Hey there, guys. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Time it's around late night, early morning. It's 3 a.m. And I have just finished shooting a couple of Rehan fragrances, which is a new house, upcoming house, sub brand of Rasasi. And check out that fragrance review. One of them, one of the two is very, very good. So, second episode, I'm going to be doing as usual. I love to do lists, and I'll tell you one other thing why I'm doing everyday list. Many of you may be tired or a bit annoyed, but during this time of the year, our fragrance YouTube community, they know that reviewers know, they put so much more ad during the festive season. So we make few more extra bucks, from our videos if it's a little bit popular or I get few views. So this kind of list actually sort of does that for us. So that's one thing. If you are bothered by it, I do apologize, but we're going to be seeing some more of these in upcoming days. We also work, we have to have some sort of incentive, right? But then I try to give you perfumes or fragrances rotation that are not usually seen in every video. So most of these are underrated and not really mainstream fragrance. That's why I put it up. And upcoming winter, colder months, I know many of the countries already having cold weather. I have many cold weather fragrances, okay? So I can rotate this all my life. But sometimes I like to pick up fragrances which are less talked about. You go like, oh, okay, that one's there. I can try that. So that's the list. 12 night out or evening fragrances for winter. First fragrance I'm going to show you is this beautiful a little bottle called Mauboussin Pour Lui in black. Okay, so this one you see at the side. That's the name. I have a small little bottle here. I do have Mauboussin Pour Lui. That one is also nice, more fresh and less mainstream like. But this one right here is a really really nice perfume. Why? It gets compared to a little bit like Armani's Code. Okay, and I can definitely see it. It's there, a little bit of a sweetness in there, a little bit of a darkness, tonka beans, and if I'm not mistaken, there was a boozy note or something like that, or fruity note, which makes this fragrance very interesting. So this one is signature scent worthy, definitely last decent time. It's kind of like a, for me, like a underrated fragrance. Okay, Mauboussin Pour Lui in black. Check out my in-depth review, then you'll get idea. Okay, that's number 12. Number 11, I'm gonna go with a very dark fragrance. This is like, I don't know, I forgot the notes breakdown. Perhaps leather, oak moss, spices, something very dark. I mean, when I smell this, this definitely reminds me of powerhouse fragrance, and definitely this one is another powerhouse, which is called Giacomo or Jacomo De Jacomo. Okay, I sometimes perhaps say it wrong, but this is a nice little fragrance within $35 budget in Bangladesh. See the bottle like that. So it reminds me of kind of like a Jacques Bogart, these houses like One Man Show, this kind of bottle shape. This is definitely not for everybody. This is for people who like fragrances strong, long lasting. Okay, and just like a mature kind of fragrance. So if you want to be a little bit like a leather jacket, bike, mysterious, and you are a little bit of a scary figure that people are a bit scared to approach you, you are not that speaking that much or outgoing, this is a fragrance that can bring out that like a Dexter in you, Dexter Morgan. Okay, Giacomo De Giacomo. This is my number 11. That's a good budget fragrance. Next one, another budget. We have few budget fragrance coming up. It's called Maison Alhambra by Lattafa. This is called Tabac. And this bottle is so gorgeous. This fragrance, I loved it. The day I got it, I loved it. I think this is going to be a clone of Dior's Tuba Color. And that fragrance is very expensive, very high class niche. I haven't reviewed that, but I think this fragrance has good properties too, and for very good price tag. So it does have the beautiful bottle of Dior and doesn't have the magnetic cap, but it still looks nice. This is a really nice fragrance. This is very beautiful. Tabac, definitely. You expect some tobacco. There is some sort of sweetness in there, but it's a kind of like a little bit like niche style, kind of tobacco. A little bit of smoke, a little bit of a smokiness with the tobacco, a little bit of darkness. Does a very good longevity. Definitely good night out fragrance on budget called Tabac by Maison Alhambra Lattafa. Then we go number 9. Number 9 is this perfume. I don't think this fragrance is like being produced anymore because this whole line got taken down. But if you have this, use it. Called Fabuloso Intense by Maison Alhambra once again by Lattafa. This is a little bit more their expensive line, and it was inspired by Tom Ford private blends mostly. Okay, so this one is a effing fabulous clone. I am not very big fan of that line. I mean that fragrance, but this one is on budget, and this is a leather fragrance. Tom Ford does have Tuscan leather, but this is kind of different, kind of a green kind of leather. If you tried effing fabulous, this is very close to that, and I think more wearable. That's what makes it nice. If you tried also fragrances like Memo House, like Irish leather or something, this is remind me of that. Very solid longevity. Fabuloso Intense by Maison Alhambra, definitely a sleeper fragrance. Then we go number 8. Number 8 is this fragrance. A little bit of darkness on top of L'Eau de Sepurum. This is called Intense. So Issey Miyake makes some excellent perfumes. Excellent. Some of them don't get the credit they deserve. This one, I would say, deserved more credit. This is a very sleeper fragrance, kind of like a underrated, heavily underrated. This one again has that yuzu, definitely got that yuzu, citrus, and the opening is very, very strong. It's very intimidating. You know, it has a lot of character. This fragrance is kind of like attention seeker kind of fragrance. Some people do not get the best longevity, but as long as it projects, this one is really something. But what makes this fragrance special is that dry down. It makes it a little bit dark with that incense or smoke or some spices. So imagine a citrusy fragrance with a little bit of a smoke. That's going to be very mysterious. Okay, so if you like fragrance like Black Afghano, think of citrus on top of that. That would be a good way to explain this fragrance. Okay, L'Eau de Sepurum Intense. Then we have number 7. I think number 7. Then we hit top 6. This one I got recent times. I reviewed this long time back. This is a very fun fragrance. You know, if you see the bottle and juice color, you say, "Oh, this is for summer." Nope. This fragrance is perfect for colder days, daytime. This is a Davidoff fragrance or Davidoff Adventure, and I believe they have quite a few from this line. But I just absolutely love this bottle. Take a look at that. I mean, that is presentation. Juice color is just beautiful, and also budget friendly. This used to be $25 bracket before. Now it has gone up to $37. Okay, and I didn't mind paying that price because everything is expensive, but this one has some generous orange in there. It's an orange scent, but it has some spice that warms up, and it's quite decent longevity on me. I got like about 4.5 hours from it, which is very good for a fragrance that is priced at this point. So you're going to get that like surprising part is that the projection from this, you know, you expect like, oh, this kind of fragrance die down in 20 minutes. No, it continues to project. If you have like 5 sprays on, it's a good fragrance. It's kind of fruity. It's a less earthy version of Terre d'Hermes, you can say, but I just love it. It's one of the better orange based fragrances, and I think it's fruity. I'm trying to smell it. A little bit mild cedar, kind of woody. So orange, woody. Yeah, it is that Terre d'Hermes family, but without the bitterness, and a lot more easy to wear. Okay, Davidoff. This is called Adventure. Not as adventurous, but maybe outdoorsy. Okay, good fragrance, woody fragrance with the orange. So top 6. Similar kind of juice color. I got this bottle also recent times, and I had this bottle before. I sold it off, but I recently got it again. This is called Joop. Wow, this house, Joop or Joop, okay, they make some quality fragrances, and these uh, caps are really nice. Looks like a ring. So this is kind of weird fragrance. You know, if you happen to like fragrances like Gucci Guilty, Absolu, or something, you know, I don't know how to explain this fragrance. This is very earthy, and if you know the fragrance from Philippe Plain No Limits, you should try this. This one has some violet leaves, and it's kind of like autumn slash cold weather fragrance, especially. This one stands out. One of the most unique fragrance in designer game for sure. There's nothing in the market or in my collection I can say exactly like this. So Yop make their own fragrances, their own style. If you want to stand out in the crowd, you can consider this perfume. Now it's around $46 to $47, which is a bit sad because I got it for the first time. It was under $40, but look for good deals. This bottle looks small, but it actually is 100 ml, I think so. I don't remember. It doesn't say. Does it say? It is 100 ml, I think. Yeah. Anyway, the writings came off. Okay. So this one is a good fragrance for winter days. I'll tell you what. Where you wear Fahrenheit, yours Fahrenheit, try this fragrance. That would be awesome. Okay. I think there's a little bit of booziness in there. A little bit of booze. Okay. Yup. Wow. Top 5. Now I'm gonna surprise some of you. Many of you be like, this one didn't see it coming. Okay, neither did I, but I think after owning it and testing it, it's a good fragrance to own, even though it doesn't get the credit. This is Mont Blanc Individual, but the tonic version. Beautiful, gorgeous green bottle. I just love that. But sadly, these individuals come in like a small bottle size, like 75 ml, and the price is around $45. Not cheap. So when you get this, what you're gonna get? You're gonna get a lot of juniper berries and some greenery. If you happen to enjoy the original individual, that and this have nothing in common. What is this? You can say similar to Sick Eternity Perfume or EDP. I think EDP. EDP. Yeah. If you like the greenery in that, a little bit more wearable, modern, long lasting. This is very very decent longevity, and I think it's a solid underrated release. Individual tonic. I think it will do really good in cold weathers. Number four, all dark fragrances here. Lalique, Encre Noir, a la Extreme. The juice color here is very beautiful. It's a boozy take on the Encre Noir line, and then dry down is typical woody, bit smoky, and definitely has the vetiver at the base. This is a fragrance which should be sold at $150. That is the quality of it. Just a stunning perfume house. Lalique, take my money. I would get a backup bottle if this one is getting rare. Okay, the longevity is good, but the nicest thing about this smells so much more expensive than the price bracket. Lalique, 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 Encre Noir, a la Extreme. Top three, let's go. Armaf, Armaf Niche Oud. Why is it so high up in the order? Because this has been one of my go-to guys since I started my Armaf reviews. I have done the very first review on this fragrance back in the days. If you see the date, you'll see after me, many of the reviewers reviewed it. I call this an absolute stunner fragrance, an alternative to Amber Absolute by Tom Ford. You may not agree. You may not say there's any oud in there, but I definitely get a lot of raisin, a lot of amber, sweetness, fruitiness, very long lasting. This fragrance is straight up beast. If you really want a fragrance to collect in cold weathers, look at that juice. Okay, it will tell you a story. One of the best, finest Armaf fragrances ever made. Armaf Niche Oud. Check out my review. Number two, discontinued, hard to find, expensive perfume. Okay, this one is not for everybody. This is a sandalwood slash spicy, little bit of a darkness. Valentino Uomo Noir Absolu. I think that's the fragrance, Noir Absolu. So I reviewed quite a few from this line, and I'll tell you, Valentino has all quality. Their pricing are a bit high, but also is their fragrance quality and longevity. This one in winter, it will have excellent longevity and a little bit of like a niche style perfume. Okay, it doesn't smell like Uomo Intense much. The sandalwood, if you're not a big fan of sandalwood, you will not like it. So this one is in the style of Black Orchid, but imagine Black Orchid with so much less animal but more beauty. Okay, that's what I feel about this perfume. Amazing fragrance release. This is a niche quality juice, Valentino Uomo Noir Absolu. So I'll end up with one fragrance which is not as exotic as the last three, but it's a known perfume with a hint of freshness in the original. Okay, this is called Paco Rabanne 1 million Royal. That beautiful bottle with the red center. Okay, you can see the red. Okay, so it's one of the most beautiful looking bottles from this line, and I have a 200 ml of it. This one is also good for all year round. You can wear this for summer. I think they have some violet leaves or something added to the original sweetness. So this one, people say it has some elements of Paco Rabanne, I think perfume, yeah, and then the lucky little bit of sweetness, and also royal. I mean, sorry, not royal. What's the other one? I got this one. Elixir, yeah, a little bit of elixir in there, but elixir is better. Okay, but I want to show you this because this is more approachable, and I think more you know how to say durable, or you can withstand this with more people can like this, because I know 1 million is not everybody's favorite. So this is a very nice perfume. Definitely check it out. And this is my last one today, 1 million Royal. This is one of the fragrances I'll rock in winter, and I think I'm going to enjoy it with very good longevity. So there you go, 12 fragrances, a little bit underrated. You can wear this in evening during the winter. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Good night.